Alright, welcome back to Spider-Man.
Friends, I've just received an update on Adrian Toombs, aka the Vulture. Apparently, this winged criminal has fallen ill with cancer, and he's been moved to the Raft's infirmary for treatment, which will undoubtedly cost a fortune in public funds. Now let me ask you, why do we even have an infirmary at the Raft? It's a supermax prison, full of maniacs. If they get sick, let nature take its course. Now I realize that's harsh, but so is my tax bill.
Huh, that's interesting. I know the Vulture is a character who shows up in this story, but it's definitely a very comic book idea for that a long-running character would end up having cancer. But first, let's take care of some crime.
Demons are getting worse than Fisk ever was.
Whoa!
Real talk, guys. But destroying the York stick is getting old.
Let's get rid of this guy with the rocket launcher. I should remember to use my web shooters. Like, especially the impact web, which is incredibly useful. Yeah, I showed that door who's boss.
Fisk was a maniac, but he loved New York. The demons, though, seems like they just want to tear the city down.
That's true. Like most of the thug crime tends to be related to the acquisition of money, whereas most of these demon crimes seem to be shootouts with the police, like trying to gain power over certain areas. Now, I haven't done this research station yet, and I now have access.
Hey Pete, do you remember that steam pipe explosion when we were kids? Well, that's what Mom built this station to prevent. It monitors the pressure in the pipes and pinpoints trouble spots.
There's a dangerous pressure buildup happening now. I've got to do something about it fast. Oscorp's satellites take seismic images of what's under the streets. If I hit the ground hard enough in the right spots, they can show me the high pressure points. Pressure like this usually means clogged release valves. Once I find them, I should be able to jar the clogs loose with another ground pound. Got my lenses tuned to the research station. High pressure will show up red, normal is blue. Okay, time to move. I've got to drop onto the street hard to generate enough force.
So swing and then X and square.
Found a trouble spot.
So I guess it doesn't matter if I happen to land on a car. So the problem with these research stations is it's hard to tell who's actually supposed to act on them.
Did
Yeah.
it? But that's not the only danger zone. I need to locate the other pressure points. Better hit the ground somewhere else to get a reading.
Now, are they the same spots, or do they move? It looks like they're the same spots. Okay.
There's the spot.
But yeah, it seems that the research areas collect the data, but there seems to be nobody to sift through the data at all.
Fixed it. But we're not out of the woods yet. Gotta hurry.
Like, I'm pretty sure Harry wasn't expecting friendly neighborhood Spider-Man to always be available to work on this, and I'm pretty sure Oscorp isn't expecting the same thing.
Always helps to take the pressure off. Wish it was that easy for life in general.
Alright, that's
station
done.
prevented a major explosion. They can't justify closing it down now. Not a bad day's work.
Oh, and yep, there's also the cat stations. I almost forgot about that. Nothing wrong with checking out a little bit of Black Cat every so often. There we go.
Another camera. Gotta be Black Cat.
Are you jealous I'm visiting my other man? I hope so. But you should know bad boys aren't my type.
Good boys are your type? Does the Black Cat just really want a dog? 'Cause she wants a good boy? Okay, what am I looking for? Well, I presume from the previous encounter that I'm looking for some sort of cat-shaped item. Possibly in a rooftop. Possibly in an open doorway? But that was what was going on before. There's no guarantee that it's still going to be the same ordeal. You know, this is a pretty wide area for you to search, but I just realized
There you are.
it actually rumbles.
Why are you doing this, Felicia? You know I'm gonna catch you.
Now, how often do I say Spider-Man should let the police handle crime? At least 6 times a day, and that's on my day off. And for once, that is exactly what happened. When Officer Jefferson Davis stopped a truck full of armed criminals from mowing down innocent bystanders. What about Spider-Man? Where was the city's self-styled champion? Oh, he's the one who started this chase, right out of an 80s action. But it took a real hero to finish it. Thank God Officer Davis was on the scene, and that he saved all those lives in spite. Spider-Man's a good man. Jefferson Davis, you have earned the coveted J. Jonah Jameson nod of respect. I just know.
I'm glad he specified that he nodded, as he is a radio show, and you cannot actually see him nod.
Have you ever been driving along, going to work or church, minding your own business, when suddenly, bam, you hit a pothole, damaging your car and ruining your whole day? Well, you know who to blame. No, not city bureaucracy. Spider-Man. He's been seen leaping down from great heights to pound the ground with maximum force. Why? There's only one possible reason I can think of. He hates us, and he wants us to be miserable.
Yeah, it makes sense. Spider-Man's the reason for all the potholes.
Officers are taking fire from a group of demons. Officers needed in God's Acre. Over.
In God's Acre? That's a highfalutin name.
The demons are getting bolder. Engaging police in the streets now. Hold tight, officers. The web-swinging cavalry's here.
Who uses punches to defeat armed assailants. Actually, hold on. What abilities? Oh yeah, web bomb. And electric web? And impact web? Whoa. Alas, the median will not save him. And one more. Alright. Alright, this group of thugs is down.
I'll let you take it from here, officers. Another camera. Looks like Black Cat, all right.
Oh, poor Spider. I know I disappointed you when I couldn't go straight, but why mess with perfection?
I'm always disappointed when Black Cat doesn't go straight. Ah, it's a kitty. Ah. See, I don't really even have to look for
There
the
you are.
cat anymore. I just have to wait for the controller to start vibrating.
I think they sell rare wine here. She's branching out. Gotta try and get ahead of her.
Now, friends, you know I'm always open to differing points of view. So after a police officer called me out on social media for being too hard on Spider-Man, and it went viral and people just wouldn't shut up about it, I agreed to a debate. Officer, welcome.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, so me and my guys were in a shootout with some desperate characters who had nothing to lose. I mean, they didn't care if we all lived or died. And somebody would have, trust me, if Spider-Man hadn't helped us.
All right, fair enough. I'm not saying he never does anything good. I'm saying he causes more problems than he solves. You had to go to the academy, right? Be thoroughly trained? You have rules to follow?
Sure, but he seems to know what he's doing, too.
It worked out for the best this time. Next time, how do we know Spider-Man won't cause the deaths of all concerned?
Well, he never has before.
I believe we'll just have to agree to disagree. Thank you for your service. Goodbye.
Man, I'm tired. Might want to. These cameras aren't cheap. If Felicia's really strapped, why is she leaving them lying around?
I love making you chase me, Spider. Someday I might even let you catch me. Just not today.
Alright. So that's the field of view, which is pretty wide. Now, if we just kind of, in theory, if I just kind of point this around, eventually the controller will start vibrate. Down there? Oh yeah, there we go. But where is the
Found you.
cat? There we go.
Black Cat does enjoy playing games with people, especially me. Black Cat's been here. She was doing this in person the first time I caught her. Or did she catch me? This can't just be some elaborate flirtation. Hasn't she heard of dating apps? She's up to something.
Oh, there it
Another
is.
cat. That's Ty Stone's place, and it's full of priceless art. You're playing with fire, Felicia. But I guess that's how you roll. Felicia thinks she's toying with me, but I learned something in each of these scenes.
Alright. So there's a lot of tall buildings around me, but... Oh.
Bam. I think some big-time lawyer lives here. I bet she's after his client list to find new targets. Hate to admit it, but she's one smart cat.
But she must have a lot of time on her hands if she's willing to also not just stake out a place, but to graffiti her face onto the building she's looking at.
Attempted robbery of an armored vehicle. Location is Seaport. Please copy.
I mean, that's fairly detailed, so... Although I suppose in that case, that's pretty much just her showing off.
Felicia's keeping busy, but I'm catching up. Let's see where she hit this time.
Well, clearly it's right underneath that giant billboard with her face on it. Get into the black. Blackman Brothers.
Meow. Cornelius Van Lunt's place. She's hitting places full of one-of-a-kind valuables. She must be working for someone. Otherwise, why not just steal cash? Gah, missed her again.
Bet you're wondering why I'm back in the game. Straight and narrow just got boring. My target number's 50 million. Nice round number, don't you think?
Another cat.
But if you catch me before I hit my goal, I'll give it all back and go straight. My future's in your hands, Spider.
Felicia's close to her goal. I've got to put an end to this, and fast. This area's full of Wall Street guys. Target-rich environment.
Ah, I just have to find a painting of the cat.
Hello, cat. She's obviously familiar with these places. And that gives me an idea how to catch her. Nothing like a masked menace to bring people together.
Also, this is very inconvenient of the Black Cat to do her crime spree in the middle of this whole, like, demon rebellion,
She's
but...
leading me on a chase. But that's what's gonna help me find her. By feeding all the past locations into an algorithm, I can narrow down her likely point of origin.
Alright, oh. There it is.
There it is. I was too late to stop her here. But one or two more locations should give me enough data to pinpoint her hideout.
Ah, I didn't realize the Avengers logo glowed at night. I suppose it would make sense for the Avengers logo to glow at night. And yep, I can clearly see her mark right down there.
Every data point helps. Who she robbed, where they live. I think Lonesome Pinky lives here. Stealing from a country singer. She's getting creative. But I'm getting closer. One more ought to do it.
That's convenient, since there's only one more location to stake out. Now, let's see if we can spot the Black Cat's giant drawing of herself before I take a look. Of course, you might not have one this time, so...
One more location should give me the data I need to find Black Cat. By my rough estimate, she's got about 49 million in loot. I reach her before she gets to 50 and she might go straight. Another cat. Oh man, that's the gallery where they keep the Jade Tiger. That's worth a cool million. I've got to run my algorithm and find Felicia, quick. Found her hideout. Gotta get there before she leaves town. Freedom Tunnel. Before Feast started, this was a haven for New York's homeless. Mostly abandoned now. Good hiding spot. Must be a hidden entrance or something. Bingo.
It's not the
Like everything
most
she stole.
clever hidden entrance.
No sign of Felicia. Financial data on the Maggia crime families. Is she trying to blackmail them?
Huh.
Wine from a Maggia vineyard. Fisk reported this stolen a few years back.
Interesting.
Wow. First time I caught Felicia, she was trying to steal this. Looks like she finally went back to finish the job.
Oh. She's got a ton of cats.
Aw, look. Cat's dancing with the little spider. Also imprisoning him in a jar against his will. Cute. Very cute.
The imagery is not quite subtle.
What's this?
Spider, you raced here to redeem me, didn't you? You're adorable. And cute, too. Which is why I made you something more flattering. If you've got it, flaunt it.
This couldn't all have just been a game, could it?
The answer is
Spider-Man,
yes.
The Black Cat just robbed the police department's evidence lockup.
What? How? That place is like Fort Knox.
All those cats you found? When they were all together in the evidence room, they linked up, boosted their signal, and deactivated the alarms. No one even saw her sneak in.
She knew I'd find the cats and report them to you. She played me, again. What'd she take?
Just her old costume and gear.
She let me find 50 million worth of loot just so she could get her stuff back. Which means she's got something even bigger planned.
Wow. Gotta give her credit. She played you good.
Are you smiling? You sound like you're smiling.
Gotta go.
I don't know. It sounds like she's on the Black Cat side. Although I got this sweet new suit out of it, so... Let's see, what's the name of this suit? The dark suit. Okay, so that's it. It's just the dark suit. Pretty sweet. You know, I thought before that if I wanted to really look for this kind of like random crime through the city, that I would have to kind of swing around. But actually I don't. I literally just have to kind of just stay in one place, and crime just happens. Nearby me. It's very convenient of criminals to come directly to Spider-Man, rather than run away. Just kind of like stand on this kind of like real high perch, and wait for... It's kind of like fishing. And you're just waiting for the crime to bite. Waiting for the criminals to feel safe enough to do crime, as if they think Spider-Man is just not in the near vicinity. Ah, there's some crime. Alright. Oh, Altair. Nothing to do with Assassin's Creed, I'd imagine.
So, we installed energy-saving LED billboards all around this area. This station monitors how they're performing. I'm just hoping it saves enough money that Oscorp keeps this program going.
Typical. Oscorp ignored the specs and jacked up the voltage going into the billboards. If I don't fix it, they'll explode. People could get hurt. And it would definitely be the end of this station. I need to use my electric webs to shock the screens into shutting down. And I don't have long to do it.
So wait, because people improperly used the, that lab, it means that the lab was a failure?
Individually. Explosions would make these ads more interesting.
And I should remember to double back to grab these ones. Damn it.
Definitely a target-rich environment.
Hmm. Having to swing around and try to stop to aim things, because like my problem that I'm having is that
Maybe
there's
someday
the
they'll be able to me. That doesn't say menace on it.
yep, no. The aim button to shoot the electric web and the aim button to launch yourself is the same button, and swing is the button to launch yourself, and then R2 is the button to launch yourself, and it's also the button to swing. So if I'm trying to switch between swinging and shooting, I'm invariably going to accidentally launch myself.
Phew. Now that the threat's passed, they can adjust the billboards properly. And they did save a lot of money, which seems to be Oscorp's priority, so I bet this station's in the clear.
Burgers and hot dogs. If the beer sign isn't lit up, does that mean there is no beer?
This station analyzes thunderstorms and acts as a failsafe for the others. Now, they're all susceptible to lightning strikes, which would erase their data banks. If they're in danger, they'll automatically transfer their data to Oscorp's servers. Just make sure it works, okay, pal?
There's a storm threatening now. And the automatic transfer isn't working. No time to write code now. I'll have to manually link the research station data hubs.
Oh, another one of
Top
these.
the Oscorp building and align their receivers. First data hub's right over my head. Okay. My lenses should show the other hubs in red.
Aim at the beam of a relay to establish a connection. Aim the beam at the base of a relay. Okay. But where is this?
Got it. Now to
Way
make
over
more links
there.
in the chain. Man, it's getting bad out here.
That is some lightning storm. Like, he's not even... People are probably just walking around. If I swung down a street... Look at these people. Look at them. Lightning's just bursting all around their ears, and they're just minding their own business. They don't care.
Got it. Uh-oh. The receiver's energy is giving me a positive charge, which means I'm at a high risk for lightning strikes. My charge is increasing. I gotta move fast or I'll get zapped.
So I can dodge lightning bolts? Even nature is conspiring against the Spider-Man. Oh. Now, he's not just positively charged, he is also wet. And by Pokemon rules, lightning should do extra damage. Actually, by any RPG rules.
One more down. Can't stop the celebrate. My costume's insulation can protect me a little, but I can't.
Ow. So it looks like, I guess, lightning doesn't care if I'm aligning dishes. Which means that it's probably a good idea to... Yes, 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 you don't have to... Oh, it actually shows up on the, radar, too. I did not notice that. I did not notice that.
Nature's so awesome, except when it tries to kill me.
God damn it. Nature sucks. Now I still have battle focus, so I could use that and heal up.
That one's set.
Alright. At the very least, I can guarantee that Spider-Man will live to conspire against nature another day. Also, these offices are like boxes. It would probably be really depressing to work in any one of those. Although I suppose you got a really good view, so maybe that cancels it out.
Scientifically, I know why this is happening, but it's hard not to feel like the universe is against me right now.
It is against you, Spider-Man. And let's head on the traffic. See these people over here. I wonder if anything happens if they get stuck into the lightning area. Does lightning care about these? There. Nope. Nobody cares. Lightning bolts seem to be following the Spider-Man, but New York does not stop. Just because of really bad weather.
It's like the whole city's one giant bug zapper.
And I'm the bug. No, really, this is going on for a little while. How many relays does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
Getting pretty good at this.
Well, luckily I have already practiced from the other mission where I was supposed to connect relays together. Do we need multiple research stations that accomplish the same mission? We've already got, like, probably 12 to 15 research stations, I think. We can knock off, like, 3 of those and still have tons of game left for you to play. There's tons of Spider-Man left.
No time to admire the view.
Like, I don't have to swing around the entire city just to protect some data. Well, I suppose the mission parameters themselves are different, even if the actual mission is the same. See, what you gotta do is you gotta lead the lightning on. You gotta make it believe you're heading on a specific path.
If I slow down, I'll be extra crispy.
And then you juke, you jive. Yeah. You know, if lightning's not supposed to strike the same place twice, why is it hitting Spider-Man over and over again? Is he just that charged? There we go.
Okay, now I need to get to Oscorp Tower.
Has he become a traveling lightning rod, so to speak? And everybody else is like, oh, look at that Spider-Man fellow. Yes, there's lightning everywhere, but he's protecting us from the lightning. Who's leaving all these lights on? There's nobody in these offices. Ah. Although I would imagine the lights are kind of more meant to be seen from a distance, so you can kind of look at the bright lights of the city and be like, whoa, it looks more alive. Like there's more definition going on to it. It's not really meant to be looked at up close.
Gotta aim these away from their satellites and toward each other.
Okay, that was pretty fast, I suppose. Damn it.
That did it! And the spider spins a data web. All the research data is going to Oscorp's servers. Harry's work is safe. And I can finally get out of this weather.
Alright. Another research station is done.
Hey Pete, in the mood for some good news?
Sure. I've already got plenty of the other kind.
I just posted a new article. Oscorp announced Harry's research stations are providing valuable data, so they're fully funding them.
You're kidding. That's great.
Oh.
I just wish we could tell Harry.
He hasn't returned my calls, which is weird. I know how important this is to him.
His mom would be so proud. He really stepped up for her.
You helped a little yourself, Tiger. You're a good friend.
So are you, MJ. And wherever Harry is, he knows that. Can't wait to read the article.
So, numerous witnesses saw Spider-Man swinging through Times Square like the glory hound he is, firing webs at electronic billboards and causing them to reboot. Granted, those billboards are an eyesore. In my day, sign painting was an art. But the more pressing question is, what was he up to? I have a theory. He is infecting these billboards with a virus so that they will subliminally hypnotize pedestrians. Hypnotize them into what? Into liking Spider-Man! And he's been doing it for years! This is the only plausible explanation for how many fans this menace seems to have!
Alright, demon missions are finally done. I can finally go home. Actually, I can't go home. I've been evicted. I can finally go over to the feast and sleep in the homeless shelter that my aunt works in, because I am also homeless. Although I'll be sleeping on her couch, so I guess there's a little bit of preferential treatment in there. It kind of makes me wonder how much Peter actually did
I haven't
make.
slept since the Fisk takedown. Gotta start taking better care of myself.
Like, how much money does Doc Ock actually pay Pete?
What are you doing here so late?
Hope May's couch is comfortable.
It's got a pillow. It's got... looks like a blanket. It'll do. She left him money.
I can't take this.
You can and you will.
I'll pay you back. Soon.
Just ask for help next time. Oh, you are so much like Ben. You have to learn to swallow that Parker pride and accept that you're human, like the rest of us. Martin.
Sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to let you know I'm headed out of town. You're in charge while I'm gone.
I have no idea what happened
Well,
to
you
his
can count on
cheek in
me.
that
How
texture.
long will you be away?
Really don't know.
Is everything okay?
It's some personal business I've been planning for a while. But please take care of this place. It represents the best part of me.
So then what represents the worst part?
Well, I guess I better get busy.
Hope Mr. Lee's okay.
See, the problem is I've already seen the E3 trailer,
Did you see my story?
so I know he's up to
Robbie must
no
be
good.
happy right now.
Yeah, it kind of went viral. And get this, Mayor Osborne just announced he's going to give Officer Davis an award this afternoon.
Wow. Wait, isn't Osborne's campaign rally this after? Oh, I see what he's doing.
Yeah, we all do. But still a pretty cool moment for Officer Davis and his family. I'll be there covering it. Wanna join me?
Yeah, of course. See you then.
Does Peter Parker have a driver's license? I don't know that one.
It's so humiliating taking money from May. I should head out into the city and try to pay it forward.
More side jobs. The side missions, they never truly end. They just multiply.
Another message from Doc.
Peter, I don't want to jinx us, but the lead I'm following might not only get the project back on its feet, but also expand it in ways we never could have imagined. Everything happens for a reason, even Norman pulling our plug.
Really hope this works out. Doc's work is too important to go unfinished.
Again, a secondary financer makes me wonder if Doc's getting his money from perhaps even the demons themselves. Alright, we got some more circuits to do.
Cool.
Excellent.
Logic controller for the microcables Doc's been theorizing.
So I need to hit a voltage of 4. I've got a negative. I've got 2 negative 1s and 1 negative 2. And then I've got a 2, a 1, and a 3. No, 2 3s. And I need to hit 4. So if I use 2 of the -1s and both of the 3s, that should work. Now obviously that doesn't work. That doesn't work. I don't know why they give me these corner pieces that only go in one direction, because they're usually pretty plentiful. Okay, I went too high. So that means I should replace... Oh, nope, that was just facing the wrong way.
These things are awesome. So much more versatile than traditional fixed act. Simple AI that'll improve the prosthetics functionality over time. Welcome to the future.
Okay, so this has to be a 2. I got 2 3s, 1 4. In the positive department, in the negative, I have a 3, 2, and a 1. So if I use both positive 3s, and then I use a 3 and a -3 and a -1, that would bring me down to 2. And then I gotta make sure it's following the correct direction. All right.
Prosthetic has a tiny brain. Cool. And a little creepy. Doc dove right in with the intracranial interface.
Oh, so this is actually a started puzzle. That's interesting. So we would need a +3. We've already got a +3 and a -2 on the board. So that gives us 1. That means we need to raise it by 2 points. And we've got 2 spots for positive, 1 spot for negative. So we got a -3, which would bring us to -2. But I only have a +2. So if I got -3, sorry. So we got a 1 minus 2, that'll bring us to -1. No, that's not. So we got... Okay, so the smallest voltage amount we can gain is 5, which would bring us to 6. And then if we use a -3 and a negative, that would require 2 -1s. That's not going to work. Unless, actually, what am I talking about? This isn't even involved. There is no reason for the voltage to actually go there. Huh. So the only places that it actually has to go is around this. Oh, and it doesn't even have to touch that one. So right now I have a +3. And then I put in a -3. And then a +2. Alright. That's not so bad. And we got some of these. This one splits it? Hmm. Alright, what did I screw up? Unless this does something that... Okay. Alright.
Revolutionary.
Okay, so I felt I was restricted by having to complete the path
I need to
out.
refine this design.
But in fact, I didn't have to just have the path go directly through everything, just because every previous puzzle did it that way. And now we are up to date.
Hey, Jeff. Congrats on the ceremony today.
I'll be glad when it's over. A truck full of armed demons scares me less than public speaking. But I'm calling about something else.
What's up?
Just got a tip that the demons are moving on the Fisk construction site in Midtown. Wife would kill me if I ditched the ceremony prep to play cops and robbers, but I thought maybe my friendly neighborhood partner would want to know.
Understood. I'll do a swing by, let you know what I find. And hey, here's a tip on public speaking. Just picture everyone in their underwear. Wait, not Osborne. You know what? Just never mind.
Thank you for watching. If you've still got the itch for more content, why not give one of those links a try? Got some questions or comments? You can comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. In the meantime, so long, folks.